Sam, you mentioned earlier that you're passionate about mental health.
Yeah.
And Build Interior sponsors a mental health charity.
Yeah.
Tell me, where does that passion come from?
So, like, I guess with my background, man, like, and I speak openly, right? Like when I do a bit of public talking, I launched this company at 26, but it was never always rosy, like heading into that. Like I was kicked out of 8 schools when I was growing up.
You were the problem child.
I was a problem child.
Right.
And not many people understood me. I didn't really understand myself. And it wasn't until like later years where I sort of figured out what was going on with me, that I had my own stuff that I had never dealt with and I was upset about. And that's why I was acting out. And once I dealt with that and I realized, I had someone that believed in me, I was able to act and supported me. I actually excelled, right? And succeeded. And I think, mental health is general. We need to do more and speak more openly. Men's mental health is one of those things that like we really need to do something now. In 2020, I actually had like a co-worker that had passed away, and I'd
my condolences, man.
Yeah, and I was there when the body was found and stuff. So
really?
Yeah, man. That really December 2020. Yeah. So that was a huge moment for me, right? Like,
can I ask what happened?
You
don't need to.
He'd taken his own life.
Oh,
and
mate, it just breaks my heart, right? The number of people in construction.
It's awful, man.
It is ridiculous. It's just, did you know, statistically, construction is the one industry that has the most amount of suicides and the most amount of divorces in comparison to any other industry?
I found all this information after, and it's
insane.
It's crazy, and we don't talk about it enough.
We don't, and the amount of stress we put on our people is just fucking ridiculous.
It's hard, man. It's hard. Like I remember times when I was coming up and trying to prove myself, like, and even still now, like where the workload and the projects and the delivery, it's crippling. I hit burnout in a previous role not long ago, and I just couldn't get out of bed one day. I was so stressed with everything going on, I just couldn't get out of my bed, and my partner just sat with me, and I just sat there all day long, and I just had a bit of water, and that was it, and I didn't really talk.
Well, I pretty much reached burnout early last year.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate enough to have met Drew, who you're potentially going to meet soon.
Yeah.
Which is great. The guy literally saved my life.
Man, that's awesome.
Like, he gave me, how do I explain what he did for me? He helped me slow things down so I could go faster.
I like that.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
I weirdly completely understand
exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly what you're saying. I feel like some people might not, but I think, yeah.
So it's like literally all I had to do is I had to slow my entire thought pattern down and actually figure out the bigger strategy ahead of me. But I needed structured thinking to do that. It's all in here, bro. If Drew wasn't there, I was confident I was heading to some sort of chronic illness.
Really?
Guaranteed. Like Drew will tell you that bro, you were heading. He's like, because there were times when Drew would jump on the call and I'd be like, fuck bro, I just don't want to talk to you now. Like, hey, like literally straight up, I had no energy, I had nothing, I was fucking burned. Too many projects on the go, solving problems consistently. It's like, fuck, I know exactly what you're saying when you're just sitting down, you want to do nothing.
You want to do nothing. It's a lot of energy out, man. It's all this energy out. And if someone like myself, I think we're really similar in the sense my brain's always going.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a hamster wheel that's non-stop, right? I'm thinking about things that are like so far down the line and I can't stop. I'm renowned for I'm better at it now, but I used to be that guy. I'd wake up at 1 a.m. and I couldn't sleep because I had an idea and I'd have to email people, and I'm emailing people, and I realized that's not right. Like, that's not healthy. It's arguably done me well in the sense that I've got a lot done.
Yeah, man, you've got a business, you've got a company going, it's all great, but at what cost, right?
Exactly, 100%. So we as Build Interiors in our first year, I was adamant that I wanted to do something to give back. A friend of mine, Ben, owns BFT Takapuna.
Oh yeah.
And in working with them and
do you go to BFT?
I don't go to BFT, but
oh yeah,
I dabble. Sometimes I go in. I do CrossFit myself, but I love Ben's gym. And
Bro, I'm part of the F45 cult.
Are you an F45er?
I'm an F45er.
Yeah, I love that, man. I used to be an F45 coach back in the day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Part time while I was doing this stuff. But yeah. So Ben's got that, and then we teamed up with these guys, Tai Tupo and the guys at the Last Chance Project. And they run an awesome thing, man, where Ben introduced me to them, and they do like free mental health for men all around New Zealand. Like, you can get on a call, you call them from wherever in New Zealand, you're like, hey bro, I'm in a dark place, I need someone here, and they'll get on a plane and fly to you.
Wow.
It's sick. It's real sick. So we did a thing called Walk a Mile with Me for them in April last year, and we're doing it again this year. And it was pretty much like, it was a non-stop circuit around a field of just like it was you against you in the mid space, and you had all your brothers, these people around you, and the camaraderie that came with it, and openly sitting around talking. They actually... Can
you share the details so we can put it in the video with you down below?
I'll put all the details.
For anybody that needs it?
100%. We'll put the Last Chance Project's details and everyone. That'd be awesome for them. But I think there's those guys, there's mates in construction, there's so many resources, but I think the problem we have in New Zealand is like, it's still stigmatized, right? People are only talking about it because sometimes it's popular in the conversation, but are we really like catching up with their mates talking about it? I don't know, man. For me, it's a very important thing for me. Not only my goals, my mental health, my check-ins. I'm very fortunate. My best friend and me check in 7:30 a.m. every Monday. We check in, sit down with each other, look at our goals, how we're feeling about life and everything, and have that check-in. But there's a lot of guys that don't, and I think it's hard. Like, we're in an industry that has huge pressures, you know?
Our industry is brutal.
It's ruthless, right?
Yeah, mate. Time frames, deadlines, you're 1 day late. How much money are you losing? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Liquidated damages. That's fucking crazy. Fixed price contracts, time pressure, cost pressure. Fuck. It just keeps going on and on.
Exactly, right? It comes all the way down from the site manager to the GM. Everyone has this pressure that we're feeling that's crippling. But, like, I think we need to talk about it and share that with each other. And, like, don't do it because it's the on-trend thing to do. Do it because, man, like, you actually care. I think that's a big thing, right? You're finding someone that listens and you realize, like, hey, and this is why I'm real excited to meet Drew, you know, like, to be able to connect with someone like that. You're not the only person to say that he has that. Is game changer, right? Like,
oh, mate, yeah, he's done wonders for me. Like literally just, I mean, both of us now work together as well, which is cool. Awesome. We're finding ways to work together. Yeah. Because technically, what he did for me, I'm just saying, every construction project needs it.
It does.
It's like a fucking no-brainer in my head. It's just going, how do you get your people working well together? The minute you have that, you're not having as many problems. You know, you're not working in silos all the time. You know, you're how many times have you seen this in a construction company, right? This is where half the stresses come from, or stressors, as Drew would call them. Is, you know, your quantity surveyors won't talk to the planners, won't talk to the guys on site, won't talk to the designers, right? They want to do their own thing. The planners will do their own thing and come up with a program that nobody will fucking follow, right? Because the quantity survey is done takeoffs and nobody fucking ever sees. And then the construction guy's going, that's all bullshit. I know how to fucking build.
Exactly. And it comes back to the overarching thing again. It's all about people.
It is 100%.
So, like, look after your people, look after yourselves, and then, like, you know, work together, collaborate, find people.
But here's the thing, that's what Drew does really, really well, is he builds solid fucking teams. So why wouldn't you get him in early and get everybody engaged together, working together really, really well from the beginning? I'm just saying that's a no-brainer in my head.
Oh, it's logical. Why would you not?
It's completely logical. And you know, so what happens is I go in and see all these big stress projects, and I'm all the delayed projects, and I feel the tension. I feel normally I give Drew a call and I'll be like, yo, bro, you kind of need to be there. Yeah. Give these guys a call. Yep. So it's been going all right. Yeah. No. I mean, I wish I didn't have to make that call and people engaged them up front. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's good. And I hope that's the way the world's turning, though. I think it is. Like, I know it's, like I'm saying, like, we shouldn't just talk about it because it's a hot topic, but at least we're talking about it.
Yeah. And then that's a really good thing, right? At least we're having an open, honest conversation about, and I'm no less of a man sitting here and saying I was on my way to having chronic illness about a year ago.
Exactly,
Which
right?
is true story. And my marriage almost ended too. So wasn't great.
Yeah,
It was not great.
Relationships and business and construction is definitely a testing time.
Oh, fuck yeah. In construction, more so than anything else.
100%.
Yeah.
But I think as Build, man, we want to do our part, and
Yeah, good on you, bro. Well done.
I appreciate it, man. We're going to work with these guys in this charity this year, and we're keen to do some other stuff. So if there is anyone that's looking for a sponsor or something, and they're doing something cool in that space, then please feel free to reach out to us. And yeah, like our mid-year wellness event, like that's a prime example, right? Like where we do things differently. Like instead of like, you know, the typical construction mid-year booze up, last year we did a mid-year wellness event for all the designers that we work with. We hosted an event at Base Camp Yoga and just had an hour and a half, like a yoga event, and just like chilled out, zenned out. And it was sponsored by Lululemon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You got Lululemon to sponsor it.
Yeah,
Sick,
yeah.
bro.
We did a project for them actually as
Oh,
well.
nice.
So it was so that was
Got some free gear?
yeah. Everyone got given a little goodie bag and some Almighties as they left. But
Jealous.
just doing stuff like that, you know, like
Yeah.
that's
Nah,
like,
good on you, bro.
yeah.
Am I getting an invite to your mid-year wellness event this
You will
year?
be coming this year. We're going bigger and better. Even
Epic.
yeah, sweet.
Nah, hey, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate all your insights, your open, honest conversation. It means a lot to me.
Nah, thanks, man. I appreciate you having me.
Cheers, bro.
Easy.